Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day, and today we have some absolutely fantastic news to go over, and especially for those of you that are Lifeline mains, I think you're going to be very happy to hear that something is finally getting done to this legend, especially after Newcastle came in and all that stuff happened with his passive and all the controversy. I'm glad Respawn is actually doing something. So without further ado, let's jump right into that first, and then after that we also have some other changes that I really want to highlight, such as an Eva-8 buff, which is once again well needed. Okay, so first up for Lifeline. Her drone's health pool has now been increased from 150 to 9,999. In other words, it's unlimited now, meaning after you place down the drone, no matter how much damage your teammates have taken, you can heal up fully with this drone. It's basically guaranteed, instead of how it was before where you put it down and sometimes one of the teammates simply can't be healed up all the way. Not only that, but the radius of the drone's effective range has also been increased by twice the original amount, meaning you no longer have to stand directly next to the drone in order to be healed. Now you can have a bit more movement. Something else that's very important is that down teammates that are currently getting revived using Lifeline's passive ability can now have the option to go out of the revive. A lot of the times in the middle of a fight, if the Lifeline reses you but then an enemy sees you and is about to shoot you, well, now you can have the option to get out of the revive and hold up your knockdown shield. And finally, the cooldown for her ultimate has been reduced from 5 minutes to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Sadly, it doesn't seem like the care package itself actually has many changes other than the cooldown, which is unfortunate. I do think her care package should definitely have some changes, whether the changes be related to the items that the care package gives or simply the amount of features it gives. A couple of suggestions people have had before is to make the care package a respawn beacon as well, meaning after you call it down, you can respawn your teammates using the care package. A similar suggestion to that, instead of having it be a respawn beacon, it can be a replicator as well, with one of the panels which originally gives you an item being changed to a replicator interface. Both of these suggestions I think are pretty good, but we will have to wait and see what Respawn decides to do after this change, because they probably still want to get some more data before buffing Lifeline even more. Next up is the Eva-8. Now based on these changes to the Eva-8, it seems like the double tap hop-up will either be returning or the Eva-8 will be going into the care package, because all of these changes are based on the hop-up, which is quite interesting. It seems like Respawn really does want players to use the double tap hop-up on the Eva-8, but once again, we'll have to wait and see what actually happens here. Now there are a couple of assumptions we can go over based on this info, but I'll get to that in a second. First up, what's actually getting changed with the hop-up. So for the double tap trigger, the fire rate has been increased from 6 to 9, and you can see here the data for every single level of the shotgun bolt. As you can see, there's changes for every single one. Some of the most important data is down here where we can see the actual RPM, and as you can see, there is a pretty decent change. First of all, we have to take note, this is the season 14 patch. Now based on the info we see right now, it seems like the double tap will either be returning to ground loot so that the Eva can go ahead and use it, or the Eva is going to be going into the care package, meaning it's already going to be pre-equipped on it, and you can simply toggle the fire mode, similar to what we see with the G7 Scout as well. Now since the Mastiff has only been in the care package for one season, and I don't really see Respawn putting two shotguns in the care package at the same time, I'm guessing the double tap will most likely just be coming back to ground loot. And based on this info, it seems like the Eva-8 is the only weapon receiving changes in the season 14 patch. I think however, it's safe to assume that two new weapons will be going into the replicator, and the R301 and the Rampage will be coming out, as based on previous patterns, it seems like they do rotate these weapons every single season, so we'll have to go ahead and wait and see what weapons go into the replicator. Something I have mentioned in the past many times though, is that whatever weapons go into the replicator, their pick rates drop dramatically. Even super popular weapons like the R301 and the Rampage had their pick rates absolutely demolished this season because they went into the replicator. So it really is dependent on what Respawn wants in the weapon pool next season and what they want the weapon meta to be. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course, as always guys, stay safe, and I'll see ya in the next one. Peace out.